Thursday, August 29th, 2019. We are currently looking at Dorian. This is the this current image this morning as the sun comes up. I believe this is projected to be at least a Cat 2, maybe a Cat 3 by the time it impacts Central Florida. Here we have the GFS Global Forecast System model up. You can see it marching over right there. It's looking like early Monday. Kissing. That's a little further south than Daytona. That might be like around Melbourne. Anyways, we'll take a look at some of the maps. First, we'll take a look at, get rid of these. This is from yesterday, late afternoon. See it cooking away. See your overshoots here from these thunderheads cooking up. And here's the geocolor image from yesterday. Anyways, we'll look at the composite radar imagery. Your nightly bloom. I'm going to stop it right. I'm going to show you, we got some, right here. This is a digital ping signature. Now there is a NEXRAD right here, England Air Force Base, and a paved pause unit, which is part of the space fence. And this is interference caused by it heterodyning with the NEXRAD in that location. You still see that interference going this morning. Current radar of Dorian. Now on radar we can kind of see an eye going. Full screen. Looked at the model. Here is the infrared. See it cooking. This indicates your cloud height and temperature. Here's this morning's visible feed. Now, what else do we want to look at? Oh, I was talking about Puerto Rico yesterday and the Arecibo observatory that they converted into an ionospheric heater. And here is this big satellite dish in Puerto Rico, and you can see. And then down in here, you can't really see. You can see part of one antenna right there. They got antennas set up to cook the sky. Let's zoom out now. So here's your antenna array. Zoom on out. We'll look at everything I have up on my map. It's capable of modifying the weather. Right now, as the GFS is calling, Dorian's going to impact anywhere from Melbourne to Jacksonville. So somewhere along here, we'll see what we got. Quite a few days yet, so a lot can change by then. But usually, when they know a storm's coming, because they're steering it and creating it, like right now, there's a storm, Aaron, that was sitting off the coast there to have a, but it was blown apart and it's getting pushed out to sea. And this one's coming on up. I don't know how much rain is forecasted to fall with this one. Let's do that. Total precipitation accumulation. We'll let that load. What else do I want to get here? Oh, I wanted to show how I see this country's weather modification, or we'll call it weather control system, in place. And if you look at China, they kind of give you a hint at how they do theirs. And if you don't think that the United States has it in place, then you're just really naive. First off, out west, we have all these cloud seeding operations. up and down the Rockies. And this goes clear into Mexico and up into Canada. The little cloud ones are aerial. The red ones are ground-based, right? And then as all that seeded moisture, because what they do out west is overseed, and they a lot of times prevent precipitation out west, and all that moisture gets overseeded and then seeded, and then it comes off of the Rockies here, and it usually most of the time blows up right over Kansas where all these wind farms are, right? In 2003, Dr. Ross Hoffman, he's a geoengineer, said, let's see if I can pull that up right now. Weather control info. See what he said on weather control. I'm just going to highlight it right here. Within the next 30 years, this is in 2003, mind you, within the next 30 years, there will be a global weather control system that could influence the weather through the use of contrails, which are condensed water vapor produced at high altitudes by aircraft, a fleet of solar reflectors orbiting Earth, wind turbines, and microwave energy from satellites. Now, in 2003, most of this stuff was already in place. Okay, now your air traffic has, doubled over the past 10 years, maybe even more than that. Microwave devices are freaking everywhere. Here's another one. Friend Pete Ramon shared with me, can Wi-Fi radio waves move atmospheric particulate matter? Plain and simple, yes. They're using 2.4 through 2.5 gigahertz impulse sequences to move particulate out of the air. Alright. Now we go back over to, where was I? Oh, I wanted to explain. So yeah, so you have all these other things were in place except for the wind turbines of what he was talking about right here. Right? And if you look at the wind turbines, we'll let that map load. You'll notice that right after that, there was hardly any. We'll go by year 2003. Okay, you see, there's hardly any wind turbines. And then after that, they just went up, 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 and up. So, like I said, all this seeded water vapor, and then plus they generate it with all your power plants. I got that one marked here, coal-fired power, or especially because of sulfate aerosols invigorate and intensify hurricanes, thunderstorms, so on and so forth. Then you have 43,000 flights a day, accidentally geoengineering, and then you have all your ship tracks, which on any given day you can look at the northern Pacific Ocean and see that most of the lower stratus deck is comprised of ship tracks. Okay, so I just made these 5 memes. Right, these wind turbines, they can do a lot. They trap heat. They also, like right here's what they double as fans transfer atmospheric momentum in the form of electric energy. So what this basically is I'll call it a giant. Right here I have this little, because they were talking about the air pressure, and they put a wind turbine in like a mailbox shape, wind tunnel, right? Every 3 turns of the blade, you discharge into the sky, which ionizes the sky. So to me, this is a giant ionizing wind tunnel. Okay, so we got all that. I like this graphic that Jim Lee made. 10 technologies that can control the weather. You got your ionospheric heaters, which work in conjunction with your sounding rockets and satellites and lasers. Okay, now this is more for space weather modification for higher up. And then down you got cloud seeders, cloud ionizers, stratospheric aerosol injections, ship tracks, contrails, and water vapor pollution. But we have all these different types of radars all over the. I just have the NexRad. Now I was talking earlier about the space fence. Okay, the paved pause unit. This here is part of the space fence. This is a big boy here. It's got lots of power. I think up like 3 gigawatts, 3 to 5 gigawatts maybe. It's as powerful as your harp. And then right here we have 12 of these strawman barges that dispatch from England Air Force Base out into the Gulf here. And they are high-powered phased arrays as well. You also have a paved pause up here in Georgia. Where is it at? Do I have it marked? It's out here in the field somewhere. I forget. Oh well, you get my point. So, other than that, we'll take a look at my sky from yesterday. It rained for, see, Monday. It was cloudy all day. Tuesday, and it rained yesterday until the afternoon. And then as this storm got pushed off, you could see this higher layer just fill. It'll load. Oh well, I'm not. My internet's crappy. It always is.